Hey guys, and welcome to game number 48 of my 100 game rematch series against the AI-powered Scrabble BestBot. We're getting very close to the halfway point in this match and hoping to finish strong. Got a good win on Monday, 20 and 27 right now, so just 7 games back of the bot. I'm going to be first today. Kind of a mediocre opening rack here. Nothing terrible, but definitely nothing all that good. Probably just play banal here for 20. Keeping NO. I don't really want to put that A next to the double letter score. I hate doing that, but there's just not a lot of other good options here. I'm not going to start sacrificing 6 points to play it here. That looks a little bit crazy. It's not worth it to play short with ban. I mean, ALNO is just not that good to leave. I'd honestly even rather keep ON, because ALNO is not that much more likely to bingo, and it's more likely to end up with a low-scoring situation. So as much as I don't love it positionally, I think this is simply the right play. And it's a pretty good draw here. Probably not going to quite bingo, although if I get an M, I will. Monetize zone time would certainly be nice to get down. But I should be able to score pretty well here. Of course, I have za. If that stays open, I could play something like Z or Zine. Play zone over here, although that scores a lot less. So almost certainly going to be using za in some capacity if that stays open. It does not. That's actually a very annoying play. Because buy zone also gets blocked. Maybe Zineb then. For 32, that might be my best option. I guess I could also play... I think zone here is a little crazy. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think this is necessary. This creates absolute and utter chaos. With ozone being good, I don't have it. Age takes a ton of things. It takes a D, an E, an R, an S. I have an E. But, I mean, with all those remaining hooks left, this is just, I think, a little bit chaotic. Zine is similarly chaotic, because A-Zine is good, and I don't have an A. I mean, these plays score about 5 more than Zineb. I think for 5 points less, I would much rather play it safe. Like, I'm going to be up 40 points. I'm not in a bad position by any means. It just does not seem like a risk I need to take. Another option is Agonize. Same score as Zineb. It's worse positionally, though, surely. It gives back the Z for easy plays. Agonize. Agonize is both good. I don't have them. Zineb is definitely the best defensively. Yeah, this has to be the play here, I think. I mean, would any top human experts play Zine or Zone there? I doubt it. With the computer, I also doubt it. I'm not positive, but I'm playing Zineb. Okay. I think we're bingoing here, guys. That was a draw. I just drew MS blank blank. Okay. Papa was a nice play for 44. I mean, I can double here, right? Like just stormed or something for 95. Is it more to play here? Probably not. 90? It's better defensively. It is really a lot better defensively. It's interesting. Is it worth thinking about that for 5 less? Maybe? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to spend too long here. I don't think it's quite worth it. It's still early. There's plenty of other spots to bingo. Maybe Stomate? That takes an S. Yeah, because Storms just gives back such easy overlaps. Although I don't like putting the M there, because that gives back easier scoring plays. Huh. I don't even know here, guys. I mean, there's just too many options. I wonder if I have a 10 through the AGA. That would be epic. Like, it's not, there's no way. It's possible. Like, Atomagases or something. No, that's not going to work. All right. I think I just take the points here. Stormed. Oh, maybe Stomped. Yeah, I think Stormed is honestly fine. The blank Arthur is not very appetizing for scoring plays. Yeah, I think let's just play Stormed. It's not very exciting, but it is what it is. All right, 95 points, go up by 90. I mean, I don't think Modesty is crazy there, but I don't know. It feels a little bit too early to me to start playing like that. Bow for 21 very quickly, so that makes me think it's got a pretty good rack. Setting itself up for bingos under bow. So again, the question of how defensive do I want to be? I have some decent plays here. Paduk is... that's probably not smart. It's got to be best on equity, though. It's a nice play. Adzuki is another nice play. Expect some fairly large S plays. Duad. Yeah, I don't mind this at all, honestly. IOK is not great, but it's actually not too bad, especially with a lead. The K is not a bad tile. It's good for scoring. Yeah, I kind of like Duad here. I'm not going to start sacrificing so much to play Kudo. Even though the blanks are gone, guys, I just feel like it's too early. I mean, the bot can bingo to this L and tie the game. It can bingo through this I. Like, if the board isn't so dead, I don't want to start sacrificing like 15 equity to make plays like that. I just don't. It's not my style. Maybe some players would do it, but that is, especially against BestBot, that's just not my style. I'd rather just keep my foot on the gas and, figure, all right, if it bingos, I'll still have a lead, and I can just keep trying to score and outrun it. Like, that's more my style. Just keep on scoring. I mean, at some point, obviously, play defense, but I think it's too early, and there's enough potential for this board to be reopened that it's a little too early to start making those kind of sacrifices. So, yeah, Duad is looking pretty good here. I mean, Dado is worse for sure because it keeps the U. IKU is horrible. IOK is nice because OIK and KOI are both good. So, all right. Yeah, I think Duad it is here. Okay. A little clunky. But I can work with it. Hive, hike. Something like that. Even Riki here isn't crazy. Gaudy, okay. I might just have to bite the bullet and play okay. It's 38. IIV. Ugh. I mean, other than the fact that it keeps IIV, it's a great play. Maybe is Oik crazy? Honestly, I think it's not. It's 12. Well, two things. It's 12 less. I mean, the only downside is it's 12 less. And 12 is a lot of points. But, like, the leave is so much better. EHIV isn't great, but IIV is just dreadful. This way, at least, I mean, with 6 eyes left, I don't run nearly as big a risk of having 3 eyes, which would be horrible. And the H is a great tile. The leave is so much better, and the counterplay is not as bad, because now the bot has to start with a vowel. After okay, it can easily start with consonant vowel. It's a lot easier to start a word with consonant vowel than it is with vowel. So I think I prefer oik here. I know it's 12 less, and that's a lot, but the leave and positionality, especially the leave, are just so much better. I think it's what I got to do here. Yeah, it's definitely better than Riki. That E is nice to keep, just for some semblance of a decent rack. I say let's do it. And see, like, that's why I couldn't play okay, right? I drew another I and a G. I would have had, like, IIIVG. This is bad, this rack, but I'll be able to live with it. If I had IIIVG, I'd probably have to trade. And now, I mean, I can have some decent options here, right? Like, I could play Reeve here. Let me spell it right. Or no, Grieve. What am I doing? Just play Grieve. Yeah, I mean, 30 points. Again, I know it opens, but what else am I going to do? Like, again, would some players do this at this score? Maybe. I don't think it's smart because there's still other spots to bingo, right? The bot can now bingo on column M. It can play through this V and fork the board and create more lines. It can still bingo down the B column. Like, there's just enough time in the game and options for counterplay that I think you want to just keep scoring here still. Again, especially against BestBot, which is very, very crafty in terms of creating new openings and finding ways to come back. I think you don't want to take your foot off the gas. I'm going to just do this. Yeah, and that's a good draw here. Whitrack. Dang, the K is gone. All right, egestion. But see, like now the bot bingos, but I'm still going to be up like 80 after my next play because I'm going to keep scoring. Not sure with what yet. I wish Watchier were good. I mean, I'm probably just going to play like Thaw here, right? Thaw has to be good. I want to take out that spot. That's got to be better than Watcher. Watcher's 40 points. Thaw is also 40 points. 43 points. IRC is fine. Leave's actually a little constant heavy, but I've got 2 E's to work with, so ICR is totally fine. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of value in taking out that spot with a J left as well. Thaw is seeming like it's going to be the play. H. What else is even worth considering? Definitely would rather get rid of my I and keep my A. It can't be worth it to play Wit. I mean, the leave is so much better. ACHR is a lot better than ICR. It's not 13 better, though. I can't. Or 14 better. Yeah, I mean, that's just too much, I think. It's probably a bigger difference than you think between ICR and ACHR, especially with 1A and 4 I's in the pool and E's to work with. The CH combo is so powerful. But 14 is a lot of points to give up, I think. Because CIR is also not that bad, don't get me wrong. It's not like you're keeping a great leave versus a terrible leave. You're keeping a great leave versus a still solid leave. So I think 14 is a little too much. Wraith? No, it doesn't go anywhere, really. Alright, that's all it is. Micellar. Millrace. I don't have an A. G immediately, okay. Well, still up by 60-ish. Do I want to do? I could play my last name. Fortunately, it's going to score 0 points. It should be a word. I mean, Mel is a word, so it could be one who mells, right? Like, why not? But fortunately, I don't think BestBot is going to share my same appreciation for that word. And I think it's going to challenge it off the board and make me very sad. And I don't want to be sad, so I'm not going to do it. I think instead, what I'm going to do is probably play my cell over here for 24 points. Although, there's something I don't really like about this play, now that I look at it. It's the fact that I keep an R. And how many R's, guys, have been played so far in this game? 0. There are 0 R's on this board. Well, there's a blank R with Stormed, but there are 5 R's out of 35 tiles unseen, and I'm keeping just an R. That's actually bad. The R is a tile I want to get rid of here, because I do not... 3 R's is really bad. I mean, 2 R's is pretty bad. 3 R's is actually really, really bad. So, I want to be careful here. Because of that, I think something like Calmer is a much more prudent play. It's also better defensively. It doesn't take an S, and at least does a better job at blocking the second E in Grave, restricting bingos ending in the E. I'd also love to keep my E. Maybe Malik, actually. Shout out to Joey Malik, of course, even though his name is spelled differently. He keeps the E. It does keep one of the R's. It's like I can't quite get everything to go my way here. Claimer, Reclaim, Miracle. No, I can't do anything there. Tough turn. I also want to do something. I'm down to 7 minutes. REL is just better than IL. Only 3 E's. Don't love leaving that E completely open too, though. Tough turn. Yeah, Malik or Calmer. I don't know. I kind of almost prefer IL here. I'm not going to lie. I think with all those R's, guys, and blocking the E at a lead, I think I prefer Calmer. It's definitely an equity sacrifice, but I think I got to really play the pool and play the game. I think this is the right play. I didn't show an R. Wow. The bot plays Heroics. This is going to be a very R-filled ending to this game. Oh my goodness. And now what do I do? Only up 8. I don't want to play infield. Maybe infidel? Oh, turnover is terrifying with this pool, though. I don't think I want to play that many tiles, honestly. Anything up here? Fin? Nah, that's pretty bad. Maybe just fin. Expect some easy overlaps, though. It's not great. Find or something, maybe? Maybe just find, actually. Maybe that's the best compromise. I think it's got to be better than infidel. I don't think turnover is a good thing, guys, with that pool. With all those R's in the Q and stuff, like, I think playing shorter is better. I'm not really worried about overlaps. If it has the other F, it has the other F. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, I think find is the right play. I also want to play more quickly. I like it better than finned. Or do I? Maybe finned. Yeah, actually, let's do finned. Take away the overlaps. Slightly constant heavy pool. Alright, finned it is. That's like the same rack. I mean, I played off F-I-N-N-D and I drew F-I-R-N-D. That was bizarre. Alright, Oxy. Infielder, almost. If. I feel like I'm looking at the same place. If at least, no, doesn't keep a duplicate. DIL and R is pretty bleh. That pull. 7 in the bag. Scores, though. 23 points is solid. I could hit redliner and stuff a bit. Oh, man. I don't know. I feel like this one's slipping away from me a little bit. I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do, though. I think if it is. Okay. Really? Bingoed from that? I don't think I can Q-stick it quite. Wow. See, it's got 2 spots for chi. I would have to play through this in. Indel doesn't work. Because it just gives it QI still. I can't Q-stick it. Shoot. Yeah, I'm lost here. Wow, I feel like this one really slipped away. Maybe I should have played more defensively early on? I don't even know. Wow. Tough loss. But, alright, it happens. What do I do here? I mean, do I try to block QI? I think I just go out into somewhere. Knighted. Something on the bottom left, maybe. I guess if I could block the higher scoring QI, that's a little better. Low tie, and then ringed. It doesn't seem particularly good. Nitro and lid. I can't play lid there. Can't even do anything on the bottom left, really, because of IR. I guess I play idle, actually. Am I going to go? Yeah, I'll go out. I think I just do this. It's a lot of points. Alright. I think let's just do that. It's going to play QI, and I just go out with, like, Torn. Yeah, it's the best I can come up with. Yeah. Unfortunate. 426, 391. BestBot wins. Yeah, I got 3 natural bingos. I mean, in hindsight, I can't help but think, maybe I should have played more defensively, but it's so tough in the moment, because so often, too, you play defensively, and then bot just keeps scoring, and you're like, well, why didn't I try to score more myself? I'll play Goa here for 13. Interesting. I guess all these plays just give back a lot more. Yeah, very defensive choice from the bot here. Interesting, given it's had an early deficit. But I guess it figures if it can't do all that much, it doesn't want to let me do much. And it didn't let me do all that much. I was fortunate to have Zainab. Yeah, I mean, these plays are too crazy. Agonize is crazy. I think Zainab is fine. Papa clearly best. Yeah, there's a million things here. Let's score 95. Murtaz. See, this might actually be better. I didn't see that. I didn't think about Agar. I just thought about putting the S there. No, that doesn't work. Yeah, Omerta's might be more prudent. For 4 less. Putting the S there is not great, though, honestly, with like SQ words, SH. The R is much safer there. I don't think Stormed is bad. Bow looks fine. Yeah, Angle is a great leave. I don't think I should play Paduk with 3 S's left. A lot of words start with SK, especially after a fish like that. That could end very poorly. Duad is good enough. I mean, I don't think I need to play Paduk here, right? Like, Duad scores more. IKO is fine, honestly. Gaudy. Yeah, I'm fine with this decision, honestly. I mean, sure, statically, I'm surprised it's 5 points better statically, honestly. I mean, IIV is horrible. Like, EHIV to me is slightly below neutral. IIV is just horrific. This doesn't still take into account that OK gives back more bingos and higher scoring bingos typically just because of the Val consonant pattern, but I'm fine with this decision, honestly. I think I would do it again, despite what Static says. Okay, yeah, the bot was really floundering for a while, and then it just started to bingo more. I mean, I think Grieve is just so... No, come on. I can't... Like, Grieve is just too strong here. I think you have to do it. I mean, Thaw here seems fine. Is Hall worth it? ACIRT is nice with 2 floating E's. And the thing is, too, the bot... Well, the bot's not going to block both E's. It would have to play through the V, and it almost never does that. It's not a crazy idea here, guys, just to try to go for another bingo and really lock this one up. I don't know. I mean, the A is great. There's only 1 A left. I should have at least considered this. Is it really better than scoring 10 more, keeping still a decent lead, and taking out an easy scoring spot? Probably not. I think Thaw is still fine, but it's an interesting thing to think about. Yeah, G looks strong here. CHEOS is a fantastic leave. This turn was also tough. Yeah, I saw Malik. I didn't see Mal here. That's playable also. Maybe it's... I mean, CER is a lot better than ELR. I don't think that's unreasonable. Marcel is just a worse version of Calmer because it takes an S and Calmer doesn't. Honestly, guys, I still don't think this is terrible. The fact that I didn't get another E really hurt me. But I could have just as easily drawn like 2 R's and regretted keeping the R. And I do still think blocking, at least partially blocking that E in Grieve with a shortage of E's and vowels has a ton of value, the second E in Grieve. I don't really regret this play, I'm not going to lie. I really don't. Given this pool and this score, I think it's fine. Bot does get down heroics. I still think this is not a bad play. I mean, here, I think keeping a vowel has some value with a pool with 15 consonants and 8 vowels. Probably not giving back the S-hook is good. And just reducing my exposure to R trouble. Although the R's go terribly with IL, relatively, so... I mean, Infidel is not a bad play either. I don't know, this is... All my options are so mediocre. I still prefer this over Find, because with the vowel consonant disparity, I don't think I want to keep 2 consonants. I don't think Find is a terrible play. Bot plays Oxy. Yeah, I mean, AERRS, as long as it can avoid another R, it does bingo a lot. I hated playing if here, but, like, what else do I do? Fill? I mean, it's not worth 8 points to shed an L in this close a game. It can't be. Yeah, I mean... Hey, this? No way. I don't think if is horrible here, honestly. Now I just lose. Yeah, I mean, I think the analysis makes me feel a little bit better, guys. It really felt like this one slept away, but there were no turns here that I blatantly regret. I mean, so where could I have potentially gone a more defensive path here, right? Like, that's the critical question to ask ourselves if we're trying to think maybe where do they go wrong. Stormed, I guess, if we start from back there. Could have gone with Modesty or Roberta's for like 4 or 5 less. Sure, but it's still like turn 3. Do I really want to commit to that pass that early on? It's not like Stormed opens up a ton. I mean, it gives back an E and a D. Otherwise, the rest of the board is more or less the same. I don't know. I think that's fine. What else was there? I mean, Grieve. I'm not going to play Vig and Bog in that position. There's no way. Calmer. All the plays are kind of similar. Thaw versus Haw, maybe. Duad, I think is fine. Oik. Yeah, I mean, there were a bunch of like tough turns that I could have gone a few different directions, but there was never a play I feel like where I was like, dang it, I was thinking about this play and that would have happened to block what the bot had on that turn. So, yeah, I think, this one was kind of a tale of me drawing better than the bot early on and then the bot drawing a lot better than me later in the game. And the bot drew 3 natural bingos, and that was what it needed. And it just never was befitting for me to block those. So I don't have any major regrets, guys, about how I played this one. Always sucks when you're up like 100 and you feel like you're in command and your opponent comes back. But, I think the way to get over those is you think about, well, how often have I been down 100 and I come back and win? And that's always super satisfying, right? I feel like that happens in my favor more often than it doesn't. This time, obviously, wasn't in my favor, but it's part of the game. And, unfortunately, that means we are now 20 and 28, so back to 8 games behind, but still 2 more games to close out the first half. Hopefully we can get 2 more wins next week. And in any case, it was an interesting game despite not going our way, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Really appreciate all your support as always. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you soon for the next video. Bye-bye.